Welcome to Automation World's Technology Matters. In this episode, we'll look at a few more new automation technologies highlighted recently during PACK EXPO Connects, the virtual PACK EXPO event that launched in November of 2020, and it'll be accessible online through March 2021 at the URL shown here. And one of the clearest trends in new automation technologies today is flexibility. And by that I mean the built-in capability of a device to perform more than one function or be used in more than one way. And that kind of flexibility of application is evident in Lenze's new i950 Servo Drive. Now, a key aspect of this drive's flexibility can be seen in its drive-based motion modes. And Dan Barrera, Applications Engineering Manager at Lenze, he explained those modes to me. He said, one of these modes is drive parameterization using Lenze's pre-configured fast software application, which allows personnel who are not engineers or programmers to be able to commission the drive and its application because there's no programming required. They just apply these pre-built applications from Lenze. Now, another mode is achieved through the custom configuration of Lenze's fast applications, which enables OEMs and system integrators to access the code behind the applications using IEC 61131 programming languages to customize the pre-developed fast software code for unique uses. Now, Dan also noted that Ethernet fieldbus protocols like Profinet, EtherCAT, and Ethernet IP can be used to connect a Lenze controller or any third-party controller to the i950 in these two Servo Drive modes. And that Ether connection with this drive is what opens it up for industrial Internet of Things applications. Here, Dan said the i950 supports MQTT communications to deliver the drive's operational data to plant and enterprise systems for aggregation and analysis to improve operational insights. To read more about the i950, visit the URL shown here. Now, Omron Industrial Automation was another exhibit that I visited at PACK EXPO Connects that showed off several new technologies. And one of these is Omron's new HD1500, an autonomous intelligent mobile robot that can handle payloads of up to 1,500 kilograms. Now, what I find interesting about these autonomous mobile robots is how quickly they're being adopted by industry. When I visited a few plants each year, before COVID of course, I would typically only see these kinds of robots in the largest plants. But by last year, I was seeing them more and more regardless of plant size. And I can't help but think that with COVID and its social distancing requirements, that these kind of robots are becoming even more widely adopted now. But getting back to the HD1500, it uses lasers to provide 360 degrees of safety coverage and a sensor for precise pickup and drop-off of materials. The HD1500 uses Omron's Fleet Manager software, which enables it to calculate the best route for movement through a facility while navigating safely around people and obstacles without the need for magnetic floor tapes or other guides. Now, to read more about the HD1500, visit the URL shown here. Omron also gave PACK EXPO Connects attendees a preview of its forthcoming FH3D vision sensor, which will be available in April 2021. Now, to demonstrate this new sensor, Omron showed how it works with the company's TM collaborative robot. Daniel Belskis, automation engineer at Omron Automation, explained that the incorporation of the 3D camera enables the robot to pick up objects in random, overlapping positions out of a bin. Now, she said this is a task that has historically been difficult to automate due to varying weights, shapes, and orientation of objects that require 3D location, as well as different forces for picking up the objects. With the FH3D vision sensor, the camera can locate objects and send their coordinates to the cobot, while the cobot's TM Flow software calculates the optimized trajectory and force needed to pick up the objects. To read more about the FH3D vision sensor, visit the URL shown here. Now, Epson Robots demoed two of its newest introduction, which are new additions to its flexible feeder systems line and a new 6-axis robot. Epson introduced its IntelliFlex flexible feeder system last year, which these are used to feed consumer goods for packaging and kits, as well as sorting of electronics and medical device parts for packaging. What's most interesting about these feeder systems is their all-in-one design. And by that I mean that most feeder systems are integrated systems that consist of a bowl feeder for handling specific parts, a separate feeder communication set of protocols, a separate vision system that has its own calibration and programming system, and then another separate system for programming the robotic parts of the system in order to coordinate the robot the feeder and vision system together. Now, Stacy, too, a product manager at Epson Robots, told me that Epson's approach is to combine all these components into one system that integrates the vision programming, part tuning, and parts control adjustment. She said this allows for the Epson IntelliFlex system to be set up and running in one day rather than the weeks it typically takes to set up a flexible feeder system of separate parts. She explained that with a standard bowl feeder system, if you happen to change a part, you have to go out and buy a new bowl feeder or modify your existing one to handle the new part. But with IntelliFlex, you don't have to retool the system. It can accommodate different part sizes as well as different part and material types. One main reason for this capability of the IntelliFlex system is its use of Epson's RC Plus integrated software environment, which is used to program and control all aspects of the flexible feeder system. Aaron Donlan, another Epson robot product manager that I spoke with, said the software environment uses artificial intelligence to auto-tune the IntelliFlex system. For example, if you set up the system for one part and then need to move to a different part, setting up that new part in the system is very easy with the software's built-in wizards. He said, you literally just drop 10 parts on the feeder and it uses the built-in algorithm to determine the right set of vibrations or frequency to spread those parts out for optimized feeding. He said there's no trial and error with this process. You just let the machine do the automated tuning calibration for you. Now, to read more about IntelliFlex, visit the URL shown here. Now, on the robotics side, Epson Robots demoed its new C12XL 6-axis robot. Now, Epson's well known for its scale robots, but not as much for its 6-axis robots, even though it's been producing them for more than 20 years now. Now, this new C12XL is Epson Robots' highest payload and highest reach 6-axis robot released to date. It features a 12-kilogram payload capacity and a reach of 1,400 millimeters. Aaron told me this robot is usable as a standalone robot or as part of a line, especially for end-of-line applications such as packaging, kitting, material handling, or palletizing. And like Epson's other 6-axis robots, the C12XL has a slim, lightweight design due to its use of Epson's QMEMS technology in the robot's gyro sensors, which are part of the robot's servo systems. And QMEMS, by the way, stands for Quartz Microelectromechanical System. And this technology dramatically reduces the weight of the robot, allows for low residual vibration, and minimize overshoot with a smoother end-of-arm motion. Aaron explained that that's how Epson gets a 65-kilogram robot and a smaller controller with that high level of payload capacity. To read more about the C12XL, visit the URL shown here. So, I hope you found this episode of Technology Matters interesting, of course, and that you'll check out these and other posts at automationworld.com. And if you haven't yet subscribed to our channel, please take a moment to do so by clicking on the AWTV logo on the bottom right-hand side of your screen. We'll see you soon with the next installment of Automation World's Technology Matters.